Joining me now here in studio live is our mayor of Cincinnati, Aftab Pureval. First of all, thanks for being here today. I know that this is a busy time for you guys politically, and now you add in all of this.
Well, this is without question our number one priority. And thank you so much, Cherie, for having me here to talk about these important issues.
Mayor, you saw the video, and you've no doubt you know the stories. You've, I'm sure, know more than we do about this. But just last week, we have a 5-year-old who's in his bed sleeping, shot and killed. Sadly, it's not an isolated incident. Too often, we have little kids who are caught in the crossfire, innocent bystanders of these crimes. So I guess what I think a lot of people are wondering is, what are you and the city doing to try and curb this violence, because it does feel like it's really out of control?
Yeah. Well, thank you again for having me and giving us this opportunity to have this important conversation. The first thing that I want to say is I have a 5-year-old son myself, my wife and I, and I just can't imagine the heartbreak for the family. And so, of course, our prayers and our thoughts are with the family members who've lost loved ones over this past weekend. Cherie, our first, second, and third priority in City Hall is public safety. It's something that we spend the most money on. In fact, we just increased salaries for our police in our new FOP contract. We've provided bonuses for recruits. We've fully funded historic amounts of money for our recruit classes to make sure that we have as much professional law enforcement officials on the street as possible. We always respond very quickly, particularly when it relates to the transit centers and large amounts of youth being unoccupied by adults, and in some instances violence happens. We've responded with police officers on the scene. We've also responded with volunteer civilians who are culturally competent and in some instances have relationships with these kids in order to intervene. In addition to all of that, we're partnering with the federal government, the ATF, and the Department of Justice for our Crime Gun Intelligence Unit, and it has been a real breakthrough. Think CSI science, connecting shell casings from various shootings to apprehend criminals more effectively and hopefully deter the crime in the future. So on a whole host of levels, the city is responding very aggressively, and this past weekend has been absolutely a tragedy. But I would encourage you and the rest of the folks at home to look at the data. Our strategies have been working. Youth violence is actually down 35% since last year. Shootings and incidents are also down, but we have a challenge with homicides, that we've had 6 more homicides this year than last year. And in some of those instances, it's been homicides without a firearm, like the most recent triple stabbing that resulted in 3 homicides this past weekend. So we are firmly committed and recommitted to these issues, but they're quite challenging for sure.
Look, the reality is, as you were saying, this isn't new. Last year, twice the number of teenagers, we're talking teens, were shot than in the decade before.
Yep.
We are already, I just checked the numbers before I came up here, we had 249 shootings already this year. So should we maybe consider putting more officers on the streets? Do we need tougher penalties, including for teenagers? Yeah. What's the answer? Because it does feel like these little things we're doing aren't quick solutions.
Yeah, they're not quick solutions. And, you know, we fundamentally have a challenge, Cherie, where we have more guns than people. And we have so many illegal guns on our streets, and the chief was telling me that a majority of the illegal guns on our streets are actually stolen from vehicles. Just this past weekend when we had our Bengals game, dozens of firearms were stolen out of vehicles that were tailgating. So the first thing that I would say is yes, it's challenging. Yes, it's a generational frustration for all of us that this crime, but so much of it is access to guns. And so if you have a gun, please lock it up. You talked about the tragedies involving kids. Last year we had a kid, unfortunately, get access to their parents' gun and accidentally commit suicide. Those are challenges that we can solve. If you're going to the bars, if you're going to a football game, please leave your gun at home. Don't leave it in your car. You know, the other thing that I would say is any shooting, any homicide is absolutely unacceptable, and we believe that to our core. But we have to be data oriented and data focused. And you're absolutely right that last year we had a massive problem with teen violence. We still have a massive problem with teen violence, but the numbers show that it's going down and it's been reduced by 35% this year. No one is spiking the football, but I would say, Cherie, We are doing everything we can to put more officers on the street, to make the job more attractive by providing better benefits and better salaries. But I would say we have CDRT and SWAT out at the banks in Main Street, OTR, and also Fountain Square every single weekend over the summer and into the fall. Every single weekend. It is impossible for our police officers to work day and night, 24/7, 365. So what I would encourage people to think about is, yes, what can the police officers do? But police officers can't be raising kids. We can't be there at every moment of the day all over the city. If you're a parent, you have to know where your kids are. You have to take responsibility for your kids' actions. We have to collectively be able to interrupt this violence.
I want to make sure I ask this because I have many police officer and law enforcement friends who are super frustrated. They see the same repeat offenders, especially teenagers, that they lock them up when we have these, innocent people walking down our city streets in broad daylight. They're jumped and attacked by mobs of youth.
Yep.
So what about the reoffenders? Do our judges need to hand down harsher penalties, lock them up instead of rehabilitation?
Yeah, there's been a lot of focus on judges, and judges clearly have a role to play in this whole system. And we've been working with Judge Bloom to better understand her role and better understand some of the state restrictions that are put on her. But absolutely, I hear the same frustrations as well. Teens or youth who are apprehended or detained, just kind of going through the cycle and getting back on the street. That's why I think we need systemic reforms, not just in our justice system, but also in our support systems like JFS. If you look at the kids who are in abusive homes and the kids who are wrapped up into our criminal justice system, the Venn diagram of that is almost overlapping. So we know exactly who these kids are, but our systems of support aren't being effective. Let me emphasize this, Cherie. No matter what the numbers are telling you or telling us, we have a violence issue in Cincinnati, and we are doing everything that we can to spend the dollars, to push the resources, and to call for volunteers. We're working with CPS right now, and we'll be funding it in our next budget to put adults in these transit centers to get a better sense of where the kids are, particularly in the UC off-campus area, because that's been a hot spot recently as well.
Lastly, and then we need to wrap up.
Yeah.
For the people who live in outlying suburban areas, and say, I'm not going to go to downtown on the weekend to spend my money because I'm too afraid. For the business owners in Cincinnati who are saying, I'm going to have to close up because I can't afford being broken into or the violence that takes place. What's your message to them?
My message to them is that, again, the city's numbers as it relates to violence are trending down. There's no doubt that we have 6 more homicides this year, and we are absolutely working hard to fix that. But when you compare our violence numbers to other numbers in Cleveland, Columbus, Indianapolis, Louisville, we are the Midwestern lead amongst those peer cities as it relates to violence interruption and intervention. We meet regularly with our small business owners, particularly in our urban core, to better understand our tactics with respect to deploying our police officers and where our civilian volunteers need to be in order to have a greater presence and interrupt the crime before it happens. So again, I believe to my core that Cincinnati is safe. We are continuing every day to make it safer. And just this, and that's not just rhetoric. Look at this past couple weekends ago when we had Blink. More than 2 million people came through our city during Blink. Around the area of Blink, there were no public safety incidents. We know how to do this. We are using the best possible data and advice from experts, and we have the best police department in the country that continues to innovate, and I'm confident in our law enforcement professionals.
Look, we know it's not an easy fix. We appreciate your time here
Absolutely.
today. Thanks so much, Mayor Aftab Pureval. I'm going to send things over now to Ashley Kirk.